Well, hello again, and welcome to another Hyperion Morning. I made that face there because I almost clicked on the wrong button and just ended the stream right off that. It must be Monday. It must be Monday. Welcome to it, everybody. Hopefully you had a magnificent weekend. Hopefully you had a lot of fun, whether it be relaxing at home, whether it be getting out and having a good time out and about, whatever you did. Hopefully it was an excellent Monday or an excellent weekend for you. And hopefully you have an excellent Monday ahead for you. And a wonderful, wonderful week. What are we talking about on this day? Well, we had a good weekend here. Actually, we did do a lot. I mean, we didn't go out and do a lot, but Michelle and I did record 2 shows this week. We recorded with our episode, which I will talk about in a little bit, that came out yesterday. And we recorded a little bit ahead of time for an episode coming out next week. We did an interview with great person involving Disney Cruise. He has a wonderful website. His name is Chris. His website is dclcruisingdad.com. Had an excellent discussion with him, and that was a lot of fun. So yeah, we were a little busy, but we also did spent a lot of time just kind of relaxing at home, and that was good. Good morning, Marianne. So good to see you this morning. Hopefully you had a wonderful weekend as well and a great week ahead. Hey, look who's here. It's Michelle chiming in. Michelle's here to say hello to and good morning to everyone as well. Always good to see Michelle. Sometimes she'll make an appearance here. It's a rarity. You never know. You should tune in every day because you never know when Michelle might show up. But oftentimes she'll just chime in from the computer somewhere around the house, and that's good. That's good. It's good to see that she's checking in and appreciating everybody who comes and watches this show, just as I appreciate you coming and watching this show. So what are we talking about on this day? It is a national day for something every single day. I say it all the time. Today happens to be National Crayon Day. So maybe it's a day, you say crayon, whatever, however you say it. And it's always, they're fun. Crayons are fun. We grew up using crayons. I say crayons. We grew up using them and coloring when it's all good. Inside the lines, outside the lines. You do you. Whatever's best for you. You enjoy it. And today's a day to break those out. Maybe do you have the big pack? Like I remember I was always so jealous because I think I had the smaller packs. And like one time I got the big pack, but a lot of times I did not, as a kid, have that giant, I don't even remember how many are in there, but that giant pack of crayons. And I was always so jealous of my friends that had them. But yeah, I mean, crayons are great. Coloring's great and very, very therapeutic. Gives you those Zen moments to get out and just do some coloring. You know, they have adult coloring books that are very, very good to kind of center yourself, focus yourself. And yeah, if you haven't done it in a while, today's a day. Today's a day. Break out those crayons if you have them in the house. Go out and get a coloring book or just a piece of paper and do your thing. Today's a day to enjoy that. What else are we talking about on this day? Well, it is a day for science, or at least an element of science. They sell really nice crayons now too. Well, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of new brands. Yeah, I mean, it was the basic packs that they used to be, but now there's more. As Marianne's mentioning there's some more kind of boutique, exclusive crayons that you can find. Interesting. I wonder, where do you get your crayons, Marianne? I'd be curious to find where you find yours, because yeah, we all use a little bit of that time to color. And again, it's a very Zen thing to get in and just kind of do that and relive a little bit of your childhood and your adulthood for that matter. Back to what I was talking about. I get distracted so easy. Something shiny went by. It's a day for science, but a particular element of science. Today is National Bunsen Burner Day, which, it's used for a lot of things, but mostly known for using science with beakers and so forth, heating up experiments to, see how they change and what is necessary with them and change the chemical elements within them. It's really, really cool. Definitely need an important part of science, and also important to science on National Bunsen Burner Day is Dr. Bunsen Honeydew, of course, and of course, his assistant Beaker. Got to give them some credit for their aids to science, their great scientific breakthroughs that they've done over the years. So maybe get out to Muppet Vision 3D today while it still is around and get a little bit of Dr. Bunsen Honeydew on National Bunsen Burner Day. Other things that we're talking about today, well, talking about getting out to the parks. How about, well, we can get out to France. If you hop on a plane, get out to France and celebrate the Eiffel Tower. It is National Eiffel Tower Day today. But if you can't hop that plane and get out to Paris, France, the actual Paris, France, well, you could always go to the French Pavilion at Epcot, see a little bit of the Eiffel Tower there, or even just drop in on Soarin' and see the Eiffel Tower there, soaring around the world. Not so much the bendy Eiffel Tower like they've had anymore. They've apparently, we have not been on it since they've updated the film to see it. But apparently the Eiffel Tower is not as bendy anymore. Can't wait to check that out. Maybe coming up this weekend. We might be getting out to Epcot. Maybe we'll get out to Soarin' this weekend, but definitely need to check that out sometime in the very near future and see the non-bendy Eiffel Tower. But yeah, I mean, you can even go to Paris, Las Vegas, and go see the Eiffel Tower. The Eiffel Tower, what a monument, and it's known well all around the world. And today's a day to celebrate the Eiffel Tower. And it's very, very French. And, you know, it also happens to be National Tater Day. So maybe you have some French fries today because it's National Tater Day. Celebrate taters, potatoes, however you like them. Do you like French fries? I love French fries. Do you love tater tots? I do love a good tater tot. Look, I just love potatoes. All these right here, mashed potatoes, yum. Baked potato, awesome. I didn't put hash browns on here. I love hash browns, country fry, whatever. All that stuff. Love me some potatoes. And yeah, today's a day to get out and it's National Tater Day. So enjoy some potatoes on this day. Also today, something that, well, where potatoes come from. This is a day to celebrate. It's National Farm Workers Day, which I think we can all agree that where would our world be, our country be, of course, but where would our world be without the farm workers that get out and do the hard labor to provide all these wonderful products like the potatoes we were just talking about for our plates every single day. And they work jobs that most of us would not want to do, work hours that most of us would not want to do. They get out there, they do this, they work hard for oftentimes way less than they probably deserve to do that work, especially considering that there's a lot of us that do not want to do that work. It's a day to appreciate them, National Farm Workers Day. And that goes hand in hand, National Farm Workers Day, with it also happens to be Cesar Chavez Day, who, if you don't know who Cesar Chavez was, he was Latino American activist that basically was key, elemental in starting the Farm Workers Union, the United Farm Workers Union, the UFW. He was out there advocating, fighting, trying to get these farm workers better deals, more money, better working conditions than what they had. And it's the reason why it's Cesar Chavez Day is to celebrate him, but also it would have been his birthday today. He would have been 98 today. He was born in 1927, passed away in 1993. But it's a holiday in a lot of places because of how important and impactful he was to the farm workers. So, very important day. Celebrate those farm workers. Celebrate Cesar Chavez, who tried to make things better for them and continue. We need to work harder to continue to make things better for the farm workers, for sure. Because again, most of us do not want to do that job, but they're out there every day making sure that we have these wonderful, fresh produce, ingredients, anything, poultry, whatever, out there on our plates. So thank you to all the farm workers, and thank you to Cesar Chavez. Speaking of birthdays today, if it is your birthday along with Cesar Chavez, here are some of the other amazing people that you celebrate your birthday with on this March 31st. How about he needs more cowbell? He's got a fever and he needs more cowbell. Christopher Walken turns 82 today, born on this day in 1943. Of course, we know him as Bruce Dickinson from Saturday Night Live, the sketch. But how many movies has he been in? He seems like he's been in everything. He has won an Academy Award. He's also been nominated for Emmys, for Tonys. He's done amazing things. Christopher Walken. It seems like everybody but me has a Christopher Walken impersonation. You can hear him all over the place. Just an interesting, fun, fantastic actor and an interesting guy, Christopher Walken. His birthday today. How about Shirley Jones? Shirley Jones, great actress, singer. She turns 91 today, born on this day in 1934. Of course, you probably know her from the Partridge Family. If you're of a certain age like me, you know her from there as the mother in the Partridge Family, the singing family band. Interesting in that her son, her stepson, is David Cassidy. Played her son in the Partridge Family and was actually her stepson in real life. But she had a wide spanning career, especially in musicals, especially musicals on film. She was in Oklahoma. She was in Carousel. She was in The Music Man. Just a great, great career for Shirley Jones. Great trumpeter, songwriter, producer, just band leader, done so much. Herb Alpert, like I said, great trumpeter, 8 Grammy Awards. He has a Tony Award. He's in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. His band, Herb Alpert and the Tijuana Brass, just amazing. Some amazing music from Herb Alpert. Again, he turns 90 today, born in 1935. Another great multiple Emmy-winning actress who's also done, lots of things in film, but you'll know her best as Carla in Cheers. Rhea Perlman turned 77 today, born on this day in 1948. Just funny actress. Has done so many amazing roles, but you'll always remember her as Carla from Cheers. Hello there. Ewan McGregor, Obi-Wan Kenobi himself, turns 54 today, born on this day in 1971. Of course, I love him as Obi-Wan Kenobi, both in the prequels, Star Wars prequels, and also in Obi-Wan Kenobi, the series. I loved him in both of those. But he's also done so many great things in film. I loved him in Moulin Rouge. For Disney, he played the adult version of Christopher Robin in the film Christopher Robin, which I feel is an underrated film that you might want to check out if you've not seen it or haven't seen it recently. It's on Disney Plus. Check it out. And he also played Lumiere in the live action Beauty and the Beast. So he does have Disney ties as well, but just a great actor, and happy birthday to him. How about this guy? He's Jamie Tart. Jamie Tart. Okay, that's in your head now. Yes, Phil Dunster. He turns 33 today, born on this day in 1992. Jamie Tart, the soccer player who's, maybe a little bit too full of himself, not the particularly team guy, but spoiler alert, kind of comes around as he's the Ted theory, the lasso theory comes and takes part on him. Anyway, loved him in Ted Lasso. Anyway, 33 today. Happy birthday to all of them. And again, if it's your birthday, a very happy birthday to you. Shameless self-promotion time, as we have every single morning on here. Yes, we did have a new episode that came out yesterday. Michelle did a fantastic job with it, as I knew she would, as she always does, breaking down Disney's Animal Kingdom Park and really exploring it. And I think she found some interesting, you can claim it, talk about it yourself here, Michelle, in the chat. She went into it not knowing, that Disney's Animal Kingdom Park maybe wasn't her favorite park, but it seems like after she's studying it, and she said this on the episode, that it's significantly moved up the list, and she's going to be making many more visits to Animal Kingdom Park, as will I. Learn many, many new things from her, as I always do whenever she does one of these pieces. Hopefully you did. Like she says here, the research for it was transformative for her in her views of Disney's Animal Kingdom Park. So for those of you, maybe there's so many of you that have always loved Disney's Animal Kingdom, that have trumpeted it for so long and said how amazing it is and that we're all missing the boat. And there's many of us who also were like, okay, it's great, but if we could go to other parks, we're probably going to hit up the other parks before we go to Animal Kingdom. Well, new things that Michelle's brought to light has elevated its status in our parks. And we can't wait to get out there and explore and enjoy again. I already enjoyed it, but man, it's definitely moved up just to check out some of the many things Michelle talked about during that episode. And hopefully you'll listen to it. And whether you love Animal Kingdom already, or whether you're kind of on the fence, like we were a little bit, hopefully it will bring that a little more to light for you and you enjoy it that much more. So yeah, really fun, really exciting. And it's a great episode. And I think you're going to love it if you haven't already listened to it. All right. Going to get out of here. Everybody have a wonderful Monday. I know it's Monday. Marianne, you're a big fan. So glad Michelle had fun. Yes, she did. And I had fun listening to her, as I always do. Anyway, have a wonderful Monday. It's Monday, but you're going to get through it, and we'll be onward towards the end of the week before you know it. It's a warm one here in Florida. It's suddenly getting hot. Be prepared for that out there. As I like to say, hydrate. Well, it's getting to that time of year. You should always hydrate, even if it's cold out. But this time of year, definitely be sure. Make sure you take care of yourself and hydrate as much as possible. All right. I'm getting out of here. I'll be back tomorrow morning to share some kindness, as we all should. Keep on sharing those smiles. And of course, keep on sharing that positivity. Again, I'll be back tomorrow morning, 6:30 a.m. to do all those things with you once again. Until that time, everybody, have a magical Monday. I will see you tomorrow.